You know what the worst part is? It's not the betrayal itself. It's not even the lies. It's that moment when you realize you've been living in a completely different reality than the person sleeping next to you. That moment when the floor drops out from under your feet and you're just falling through all those months of I love yous and future plans and inside jokes that suddenly mean absolutely nothing because she was already gone. She'd already made her choice. And you were just the last person to find out. Let me take you back to where this all started to crumble. 3 years. That's how long we were together. 3 years of building something I thought was real. 3 years of Sunday morning pancakes and her stealing my hoodies and planning trips we'd take when we saved enough money. 3 years of me believing that what we had was solid, unshakable, the kind of love that doesn't just evaporate overnight. But here's the thing about overnight changes. They're never really overnight, are they? They're gradual, microscopic shifts that you don't notice until suddenly you're looking at a stranger wearing your girlfriend's face. It started small. She got a new job about 8 months before everything fell apart. She was excited. I was excited for her. New opportunities, better pay, a chance to finally work in the field she'd studied for. I celebrated with her, took her out to dinner, told her how proud I was. How could I have known I was celebrating the beginning of the end? The changes were subtle at first. She started staying late at work, not every night, just more often. Big project, she'd say. The team's really counting on me. And I believed her because why wouldn't I? She started talking about her coworkers more. Specifically, she started talking about him more. Let's call him Marcus. Because that's what you do in stories like this, right? You give the villain a name. Marcus said this funny thing. Marcus has this interesting perspective. Marcus and I grabbed lunch today because we were both working through our breaks. Marcus. 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 I should have felt it then, that first whisper of unease, but I pushed it down because I trusted her. Because being suspicious felt like admitting I didn't believe in us. So I smiled and nodded and asked polite questions about Marcus and his opinions and his apparently hilarious sense of humor. I played the part of the supportive boyfriend while she slowly, methodically fell in love with someone else right in front of me. The phone became her constant companion, not in the way it had been before, where she'd show me memes or read me interesting articles. No, now the phone was private, sacred. She'd angle it away when a notification came through. She'd take calls in the other room. Just work stuff, she'd say with a laugh that didn't quite reach her eyes. You'd be bored anyway. And like a fool, I let it slide. Because confronting it meant confronting the possibility that everything was already broken. Then came the distance. Not physical distance. We still lived together, still shared the same bed, still moved through the same routines. But emotionally, she'd already moved out. I'd reach for her hand, and she'd find a reason to pull away. I'd try to plan a date night, and she'd be too tired, too busy, too something. The excuses piled up like snow, and before I knew it, there was this wall of ice between us that I couldn't melt no matter how hard I tried. I started questioning myself. Was I being paranoid? Was I being that guy, the jealous, insecure boyfriend who couldn't handle his girlfriend having male friends? I'd lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, running through every interaction, every conversation, trying to find the moment where I'd messed up, where I'd driven her away, because surely this was my fault, right? If I'd been better, more attentive, more interesting, more something, then she wouldn't be pulling away like this.